Sheriff Rob Mashel on the line right now. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
What's the latest out on Oneida Lake? I know one body has been recovered, but still one is missing. What can you tell us?
That is correct. One was recovered yesterday. The one that we started to search on the west side of the lake out of the county, that was started on Saturday. That body was recovered yesterday. And then the initial reported drowning that we had on Friday, we are still actively searching. We have crews out on the water right now. And again, we've been there anytime there's been daylight. We've had crews with obviously patrol boats, fire boats, side sonar equipment, our own equipment plus equipment from the state police. Yesterday, we brought in some cadaver dogs out of the city of Rochester. Just trying to get closure. Obviously, at this stage of the game, it's changed from a rescue to a recovery. Just a sad weekend. It's been very difficult. Obviously, two drownings one weekend, and then just the day before that, obviously there was a significant, brawl they had at the Midway area there after a road rage incident, which some people were stabbed the night of the fireworks. So it's been a very busy weekend up there for sure.
And that was that brawl situation was two women. Is that correct?
That is correct. It was a state police case, I believe so. But again, it started over road rage and, a lot of traffic congestion. Had nothing to do with the event at the beach. Had nothing to do with everything was going fine there. It's just that one individual got impatient on the road, and one thing led to another, and we ended up with that situation. So.
It is. I hate to say this, but this day it seems like this day and age that you have to be concerned with whatever road rage you might have yourself involved in, even if you're not the instigator. You never know what that other person is going to do or what they have in their glove compartment or in their car.
Exactly. You just don't know. That's why, obviously, there's a problem on the road, call 911. Let us deal with it. But like I said, it's been we've had nearly all our resources, on that side of the county this weekend. It's been very, very busy. But I just got to give hats off to the police and fire and EMS working on these drowning cases. These men and women have not stopped, and they won't stop until the body's recovered. They just, like I said, they want to give closure to the family, and we certainly hope that that can come very soon. As soon as we come up with something, obviously, once we let the family know, then we can let everybody else know. But we're going to keep looking as the best we can.
Now, these were not weather related. Can you talk to us a little bit about what causes what makes Oneida Lake so dangerous?
Well, we don't know the circumstances with either one. As most people know, Oneida Lake is relatively a shallow lake, not so shallow where you can't dive into it. But
right.
My point is shallow. If the weather turns, which we didn't have a weather issue this weekend, but if the weather turns or you get a windy day, that lake can be very rough. Can get very rough very quickly. But again, this situation, we both of these situations, we don't quite know. Individuals, totally unrelated to each other, opposite ends of the lake. Same scenario, went swimming, didn't surface, so we don't know. Did they experience some type of medical emergency? Did they get a cramp? Did they strike their head on an object or the boat? There's a lot of potential things that could have happened. And again, we don't know the details just yet. But again, I say it all the time, and I can't stress it enough. Life jackets, life jackets, life jackets.
Yeah.
I know how to swim, but if I'm swimming in a big body of water, or especially a body of water where there's current, like a river or something, wear a life jacket. My gosh, it could save a life,
All right, Sheriff, we appreciate the update. Thanks so much.
We'll keep you posted. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
right.
Sheriff Rob Mashel. Have you ever been in a situation where you've almost drowned? You almost drowned?
No, thank God.
I remember as a child thinking that I was going to, but it probably wasn't. There were adults around, and I think I was just in a pool, but it's like, you panic.
I was.
Panic. And that doesn't help the situation.
I was in the ocean once, and the current was drying me out. No life jacket, and I began to. I think what happens is the panic kicks in. Then your heart starts to beat.
Yeah.
Now you become a little more, you're breathing heavier.
Tired.
Now you get tired quicker.
Yeah.
And I think the panics, oftentimes, you hear about people that drown right in shallow water, and it's caused by the panic. But in this case, I don't know. I was like 22 years old. I was in Bermuda, and it was the current was washing me, was drawing me out further. And if it wasn't for the coral reef that I was able to just come upon, and because in that area there's a lot of coral reef in that area of Bermuda, and you'll be swimming along, all of a sudden you'll kick something, and it'll be sharp coral. I ran onto that. But if it wasn't for that, I would have been. Wow. I was being washed out. There was no one in sight.
That's scary.
See, not only would like the fear of drowning scare me, but getting deeper in the ocean, you got there's my crazy mind like sharks and other things.
I wasn't even thinking of the sharks at that point.
I would be like, no, they're gonna get me.
Breathing was the
priority,
issue. And you begin. That's when you panic, and that's when you begin to, you get tired, you get winded, and it just gets. And we don't know what happened in these cases, but it can be pretty scary. Even those scary near situations can be pretty scary.